That's a great idea, but have you thought about how you would make it work? We have to make sure it's safe to walk. You thought that you would make sure that That's a creative idea, Playtime. We could definitely look into that. But let's make sure we also look into the safety of the buttering mechanism. We don't want it to be a fire hazard. Or we all look.
What do you think of the role of art in society?
I think art is a great way to express yourself and communicate with others. It's also a way for people to come together and bond over common interests. It's a way for people to come together and work
Art is also a great way to learn about different cultures and ways of life. It can even help us to understand one another better.
Oh, that sounds really cool. I'm definitely willing to start exploring on one.
That's great, Beans. Art can be a great way to express yourself and have fun.
Absolutely, art has the power to inspire and motivate us to make the world a better place.
What's your? Is it something I can take?
Jover is a student in this school, and no, you cannot take him.
That's right, Joever is a great student, always helping out and doing his best. Helping out, Harvard and very, always.
Whatever I heard, he's the one who beat me in the spelling bee last week.
That's true, but it's not a bad thing, Dolly. It just means you need to work a bit harder.
Rumbus,
No, boy, there's no need to be careless. Jover is a great example of what hard work and dedication can do.
That's right, so let's all give him a round of applause. That is a fantastic choice. Playtime! I think the Renegade Raider looks quite nice too.
Oh, here's what you just think. I think the Squall Trooper is the best.
What the tornado? I think the Sparkle Supreme is the coolest.
Alright everyone, let's talk about the serious issue of masturbating.
This is a serious topic. I'm so excited to talk about it.
Hey, why?
It's a form of fishing where you use a lure to catch fish.
Like with a polo line.
Yes, but it's more involved than that. It requires a lot of skill and patience.
There's a giant plan and a tree.
Sure, why not? I'm sure you'll catch some fish in no time.
Let's all go fishing this weekend.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. We need to focus on the serious issue of masturbating.
I'm sorry.
It's important to understand the risks associated with masturbating, such as the potential for overfishing and the potential for harm to the environment.
Alright, so we should hear where was fishing.
Absolutely, we need to be mindful of the consequences of our actions.
Great! Let's make sure to practice sustainable fishing.
Hey, Playtime, I hear that Mrs. Pump is giving a lesson today on child labor.
That's right, Johnny. I think it's important for us to understand the implications of child labor.
What is it?
Child labor is when children are made to work in unsafe or inappropriate conditions for long hours with little to no pay.
That sounds terrible. How can we help?
We can all do our part by supporting organizations that are working to end child labor and raise awareness about the issue. Alright, everyone, let's talk about loud word. What do you think we should do about it?
Well, it's quite simple, really. We need to make sure that no one is being too loud in the hallways and classrooms.
That sounds like a great plan, but how can we make sure that everyone follows the rules?
Let me assume that the most people are in white. Maybe there's something.
That's an interesting idea, Playtime. We could certainly give out rewards for good behavior. However, we also need to make sure that people are aware of the consequences for breaking the rules.
I think we should have a meeting with the whole school and explain the rules to them. That way, everyone will know what is expected of them.
That's a great idea, my sis pal. Let's make sure it happens.
Hey, Playtime, did you hear those word joys coming from the basement? Nice, bro. Just bought his math lesson. He gets really tense down there.
Hey now, I'm not that intense.
You're right, you chill out, man.
Yay, pizza! This is Alan!
No, it's not. I'm just trying to make sure my students understand the material.
What's down there and then
So wait, that's so dangerous.
You should stay out of the basement. You never know what you might find down there.
Hey, Mrs. Pump, I heard about the Iranian hostage crisis. What do you think about it?
Well, Johnny, it's certainly a difficult situation. I think we need to keep a level head and hope for the best.
Why, sensors looking at you now?
That's a great idea, crafters. I'm sure they'd really appreciate it.
Yes, I think that's a wonderful way to show our support. Let's get to work on collecting some socks. Wonderful. Someone collects what
let's talk about automation and the impact it has on jobs and the economy.
Okay, I think it's time more task for people like me.
Okay, as it means I can get more money, get what I want faster.
Now, Bully, that's not the way to think about it. Automation can be a great thing, but it can also take away jobs from people.
It also creates new jobs, right?
It's not that bad, I mean, we'll have to adapt to the changes, right?
That's true, we just have to make sure we're prepared for whatever the future holds.
Alright, so what do you think about Mail Perk?
I think it's a great tool for our students. It allows them to keep track of their emails and stay organized.
I couldn't agree more. I think it's a great way for us to stay connected with our students. Think stay connected with it. It's a great.
Yeah, it's definitely a great tool. I just hope our students take advantage of it.
Well, I'm sure they will. We just need to make sure they understand how to use it properly.
Absolutely, we can always offer a tutorial or two to help them out.
Good idea. I'm sure that would help them out a lot. Alright everyone, let's discuss this topic. How does the elevator create infinite floors with no entrance or exit?
Well, it's quite simple really. The elevator is on a loop and it never reaches a final destination. It just keeps going around and round.
That's fascinating, but how do people get on and off the elevator?
You don't ask the point, it's a never-ending cycle.
That's right. It's a way of creating a place with infinite possibilities.
Oh, that's incredible.
It's pretty cool. I still don't get why there's no entrance or exit.
The elevator is on a loop and it never stops, so there's no way to get on or off the elevator.
That's right, it's a way of creating a place with infinite possibilities.
That's amazing. I'm so impressed.
It's pretty cool, but do we get out?
You don't, that's the point. It's a never-ending cycle.
Alright everyone, let's talk about this. Mrs. Plump, what do you think?
Well, I think it's a bit of an extreme situation, but I'm sure we can come up with a solution.
Well, she's
Size, I'm afraid it's not that cool. We need to find a way to make sure this doesn't happen again.
Yes, we need to come up with a plan. What do you suggest?
I think we should set up a system where we monitor Baldi's activities when he's outside. That way, we can make sure he doesn't go near the sun.
Now, crafters, there's no need to be scared. We all have something to say about this topic.
Hey, declaring to Christianity is a revelation of your faith and dedication to God.
And just to express your faith in such a good way.
Absolutely. I think it's important to have faith and to express it in whichever way you choose. In whichever... You should...
Of course not. It's important to take the time to think about your decision and make sure it's right for you.
But even that politics in their own country.
It can be quite complicated. You need to understand the principles of democracy and how it works.
It is important to understand the different systems of government and how they work together to create our society.
I think it's cool because you get to learn about the different branches of government and work together to make our lives better.
Alright everyone, let's talk about candy bars. What are your thoughts?
Candy bars, I also think it's sweet and they make the perfect snack.
I'm not a fan of them. Too much so we're not enough nutritional value.
I think candy bars would be a great treat every now and then, just in moderation.
But moderation is no fun. I like to put up rules when I hold them when I can.
No, let's not get too carried away. We all need to remember to practice moderation and make healthy choices.
Policies that the government is trying to implement.
Yeah, I heard something about it. What do you think about it?
I think it is important to consider the potential impact of these policies on our society.
Yeah, that's crazy. No one is trying to change it to Sunday.
I think it's a good thing that it's hope that the policies will have a positive outcome.
I'm sure it will. Let's just wait and see what happens.
Hey Paul, I heard you guys in the game robots before.
Yeah, I just got it. I'm looking forward to playing it.
Oh, that sounds so cool that I can watch you play.
Of course you can.
That's okay, Trapsters, you can still help Baldi by giving him advice on how to beat the levels.
That's a great idea. Thanks, crafters.
I'm gonna propose something play.
All right, have fun. It's a tricky subject. On the one hand, it can bring us together and help us to learn from one another. On the other hand, it can create cultural confusion and lead to a loss of identity.
I agree, globalization can be really beneficial in some ways, but it can also be dangerous if it's not done right.
Truly, being survey.
Well, I think it's important to be mindful of the cultures we interact with and to respect their values and beliefs. We should also be open to learning from each other and sharing our ideas.
Absolutely, we should also be sure to create a safe space for everyone to express their opinions without fear of judgment or prejudice.
We just was in the right there. I'll live here.
Alright class, today we're discussing bamboo with butter. Can tell me the origin of this dish.
Oh come on Baldi, why do we have to learn this? I don't even like Mandy.
Now, Bully, there's no need to be so rude. Bambi with butter is a classic dish that originated in the southern United States.
That's right, mice is pump, and it's a delicious dish too.
Sure, whatever you say.
Now, Bully, why don't you tell us what ingredients are used to make this dish?
Well, you need Bambi, of course, some butter and some spice for flavor,
That's right, Baldi. Now, what do you think would be the best way to cook this dish?
I think it would be best to slow cook it in a crock pot to wait till all the flavors will really come out.
That's a great idea, Bully. I'm sure it would turn out delicious.
Alright, class. Let's try and make this dish together. Who's ready?
Man, I can't believe those Iranians are still holding those hostages. It's been like months now.
I'm sure the government is doing everything it did to get them back safely.
Yeah, but it's still an outrage. I can't believe they would do something like this.
Okay, so I'm just glad I'm not in their shoes.
Come on, Bully, think of all the families affected by this.
Yeah, it's not a joke. We need to show some compassion for the hostages and their families.
Alright, I get it, but still I'm glad it's not me. I watched it last night. It was quite entertaining.
I heard was a bit silly, but I'm sure it was still enjoyable.
I haven't seen it yet, but I bet it's awesome. It's important to try new things. You never know what you might learn from it.
It's always a good idea to expand your horizons. You might even find yourself enjoying it.
Come on, crafters, don't be scared. We can all go together and have a blast. Alright everyone, let's get this discussion started. August 12, 2036 is the day the universe will come to an end, and we need to discuss how to face this reality.
We should focus on the positive. What can we do to make the most of the time we have left?
Let's go, buddy. We had one last year of cleaning this, but it's been free.
I don't know what you're doing. Let's just celebrate the end of the universe.
I don't think that's the best way to handle this. We should be focusing on making the most of the time we have left, not just partying and blowing bubbles.
Alright, so the debate is on crust first or toppings first.
Toppings first, of course. It's the only way to make sure you get all of the flavors in everything.
Don't worry, crafters. There's no right or wrong way to eat pizza. It's all about personal preference.
But if you want to be cool, toppings first is the way to go.
There you go. Now you're ready to enjoy the pizza.
Communism is an economic system where the collective owns the means of production, and the distribution of goods is based on need rather than ability to pay.
Communism, that sounds boring.
I don't know, sounds kind of cool.
Well, the collective owns the means of production, which means that they own the factories, farms, and other businesses. The profits from these businesses are then distributed among the people according to their needs.
That sounds like socialism to me.
Socialism is different from communism. Socialism, the government owns the means of production, but communism, it is the collective that owns them.
Yes, it is. Communism is based on the idea of equality and fairness, so everyone has an equal say in how the economy is run.
What's the first one?
Oh, I know one. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were a vegetarian. What's your favorite type of treat?
That is indeed a funny quote. Do you have another one, Joni?
Oh, of course. How about life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Straight to universal.
Yes, I do what we do in life at chosen eternity. And
Speaking about history, sociology, mirror, politics, maybe can be big.
That's a great point, Playtime. Social media can be a great way to stay connected with friends, family, and even strangers, but it can also be a place where people can be very negative.
yes, it's important to remember that social media can be both a blessing and a curse. We should all be mindful of how we use it and what kind of impact it can have on others.
Crafters. Social media can have a huge impact on how we think and act. It can be a great way to stay connected, but it can also be a place where people can spread negative messages and ideas, so it's important to be mindful of how we use it.
Roll size, you should just ask Baldi. He's the math teacher, you'll know.
Size? Alright, let's see. First, you need to ensure that your decompile is up to date. Then, you can install beans to it by following the instructions provided in the documentation.
Scott, that was easy. Why didn't you just ask him in the first place?
Patiently, it's no bother. Crafters, I'm happy to help.
I'm telling you that this Fortnite skin is the Revan one. It makes you look like a total badass.
This one is the subject. It's
Now, why don't we take a look at what other skins are available? We might find something even cooler.
Nah, Revan is way better.
No way.
I think I may have a suggestion. How about the tomato head skin? It's got a great mix of fun and spooky.
Tomato head, that's lame. I'm sticking with Revan.
No, it's the truth.
Well, why don't you both try them out and see which one you like better?
Pineapple on pie-zone. It's an interesting combination, but I'm not sure I'd like it.
Be sweet.
I'm not sure that sweet and savory belong together. Maybe, but I'm still not sure I'm convinced.
Whoa, I can't believe it. We're all just characters in a video game.
Oh my, it does explain why I've been so calm and enthusiastic lately. Explain why I've been so calm and
Yes, it does appear that we were all just part of a game. That's why I've been speaking in a monotone voice. Well, it's great for you, but what about me? I'm the only one who gets the short end of the stick.
Hey, don't worry, crafters. We're all here for you. We're all in this together.
Alright, everyone, let's talk about the art of crafting the perfect clickbait headline. What do we think of You Won't Believe What Happened Next? We think you won't believe what
It's catchy, but it's also a bit deceptive. I'm not sure if it's appropriate for a school setting.
It sounds great, I'll get a lot of clicks.
Well, I guess it depends on what you're trying to accomplish with the headline. If you want to draw in more readers, then it could be effective. But if you want to be honest and upfront with your readers, then it might be better to opt for a more straightforward.
That's a great point, Johnny. Let's keep that in mind as we come up with other ideas. Yes, medieval torture methods. I'm sure we can all agree that they were quite extreme.
It's really irritating.
They were very impressive. Well, the scope of delicate attractions of stuff.
Now, let's not get too carried away. I'm sure there were plenty of other ways to punish people without resorting to torture. Well, for example, a simple public shaming would have sufficed.
The public shaming isn't as exciting as the medical torture channel.
But it gets the job done. Besides, it's much more humane.
Alright, class. Let's discuss the topic of space exploration and colonization. What are your thoughts?
I guess I go to small space and visit planets.
Yes, space exploration is an important part of our understanding of the universe, but it's also a very expensive endeavor, so we must be sure to use our resources wisely.
Why should we waste money on space exploration when we could be spending it on something more important?
Well, space exploration has the potential to yield many important discoveries that could benefit us here on Earth. We could learn a lot from space exploration and colonization.
That's true playtime, but we must remember that space exploration is a long-term endeavor. We must be patient and diligent in our efforts if we are to make any meaningful progress.
Whatever, all I know is that I'm not going to be the one spending my money on it.
Alright, everyone, let's take a moment to think about the potential of space exploration and colonization and the benefits it could bring to us.
Whoa, Baldi meets Gamma Ray from virtual insanity. That's something I never thought I'd see.
I heard that we're doing a virtual concert together. I can't wait to see it.
It's like a concept that you have to go over. You take all the right technology, you can watch it from home.
This is gonna be a technology.
Of course, Playtime would love to have you join us.
reasonable when you understand me.
Well, Playtime, I think they were both good students. They work hard and strive for excellence in all of their classes.
I agree, Dave and Baldi are both great students. I'm glad to have them in my math class.
But whatever, they're both losers. Who cares about them anyway?
Please understand and be able to regard.
No, bully. Playtime is right. Dave and Baldi are both wonderful students and deserve our respect.
Well, I'm not sure. I think it depends on what you mean by real.
I believe that reality is more of a concept than an actual thing.
I think it's important to remember that we can choose what we believe to be real or not.
That's a good point.
I think it's important to keep an open mind and remember that things can be real in different ways for different people.
Exactly. It's all about perspective.
Indeed, it's important to remember that reality is subjective.
I guess that makes sense.
I guess, but what does it have to do with
I suppose like relationship between the people when they help each other and support each other in times of need.
That's right. And well, this is a struggle between the people that go just friends.
Why do I take care of myself? Well, I
Then I try. When I meet up sometimes, and it's horrible. So why today's a new guy and you can trust.
Nope. This one. Do it in the face of the world. Getting away with it.
That's a pretty bold move. I'm sure you'd never try something like that.
Yeah, I don't think that's a very smart thing to do. It's best to just stay away from crime and violence altogether.
You're right. Okay, that's for sure.
Yes, you can never be too careful. We should all be mindful of our actions and be aware of the consequences.
Absolutely, we should all strive to be a good example for our communities and promote peace and understanding.
I don't know, but it sure sounds cool. Let's do it again. I'm afraid I don't understand what is going on here. Let's do it again. 2600, 2600, Size, I suppose it can't hurt to chant a few times after all. It's not like chanting about a car will cause any harm. You 2600, let's do it again.
is in the surf and the takes.
Yes, I did hear about that. It's quite a scary thought, isn't it? You're about quite scary thought, Oh. Oh.
What's the big deal? It's just the end of the universe, no biggie.
Sorry. That's all you.
Now, Baldi, let's not be so flippant. The heat death of the universe is a serious matter, and we should treat it with respect.
I guess, but it's not likely going to be around to experience it.
Sure, it's so important to think that
That's right, we should be mindful of our actions now, as they will have an impact on the future. Well, our action
Alright everyone, let's talk about communism. What do you all think?
Well, I think it's a great idea in theory, but in practice it's just not feasible.
I disagree. I think it could be a great way to ensure everyone has the same opportunities. Think it could be a
Of course, communism is an economic system where the means of production and resources are owned by the community rather than by individuals.
Yeah, but in practice it often leads to corruption and inequality.
That's true, but it doesn't have to be that way with the right leadership and implementation. I think it could be a great system.
Absolutely, it's a complex issue and one that deserves our attention. Also, what's the worst food combination you ever heard of?
Well, or someone with spectacles on their string. It's pretty gross.
Well, I think it's important to remember that everyone has different tastes. Just because something sounds strange to us doesn't mean it's not delicious.
But it's pretty good. We should try it sometime.
Now that's an interesting idea. I'm sure there are plenty of other word combinations out there.
You like that butter and banana sandwiches? That's pretty word.
How about French fries with ketchup and mayonnaise?
That might be a bit much, but it's still worth considering. Who knows, you might just find something you like. Something you might civil worth. Hey, did you hear that's a generated version of Office Basics?
Yes, I heard about it. It has been a topic of discussion among the faculty recently.
It sounds pretty interesting. I'm curious to see how efficient it is.
Well, I am so sick and this is gonna play.
Yeah, it's gonna be some. Can't wait to show it off to my friends.
I don't see why everyone is so excited about it. It's just a silly game. No, now I'm sure it will be a great learning experience for everyone.
That's true. We can use this as an opportunity to teach our students about the importance of artificial intelligence and its applications.
She is
I can't wait to try it out.
Yes, I wanted to talk to you about your recent behavior in class.
Hey, what's going on here?
That's it. We just had so
That's right, I'm here to remind Playtime that she needs to focus more on her studies.
That's a good idea. You should listen to the principal, Playtime.
I try my best.
I'm not so sure. I think they are secretly planning something sinister.
Come on, let's go. We just need more, but we just drinking something.
And besides, I think they had the rights to pull off a world domination plan.
I agree with Playtime. I don't think they are plotting anything. But I do think it's important to remember that squirrels are intelligent creatures, and we should respect their right to exist.
Hey everyone, did you hear about Genshin Impact? It's a new game that's been getting a lot of attention lately.
Yeah, I've heard about it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna try it out though.
But you try it, like, it would be less fun.
I'm not sure if it's appropriate for the school setting. We should be careful about what we allow our students to access.
Well, I think we should at least give it a chance. Who knows, it might be a great way to get kids excited about gaming and learning.
You make a good point, Johnny. I guess I could give it a try.
Yay,
Let's make sure we're following all the necessary guidelines and safety protocols. We don't want anyone getting into trouble.
Of course, we'll make sure everyone is safe and having fun.
But this globalized is asking for people to control their mind. Kind of like I said.
Well, Ghost, she's trying to make a living. It's a strange way to do it, but it's something.
I think it's a generous gesture. I'm sure the girl is in some kind of financial trouble.
Nah, she's just trying to scam people. I need to mind who in their right mind would give away all their money.
Hey, it's your right. It's worth a shot.
Alright, let's get started. I'm sure we can all agree that memes have been around for a while.
Sure, I've seen them all over the internet.
Well, I'm not so sure they are funny. Most of them seem to be a little too cheesy for my taste.
That's a fair opinion. Baldi, I think we should all take a moment to consider both sides of the argument.
I think they're hilarious. They always make me laugh when I see them.
Oh, well and good, but I'm still not convinced.
Well, let's at least agree to disagree and move on. I'm sure we can all come up with good arguments in our debate class. Sure, we can with I'm
Sounds good to me.
Alright, I Ghost, we can give it a try.
Also, how are we gonna beat Minecraft?
Well, I think the best way to do it is by studying the game and finding its weak points. Studying slowly. Why?
That sounds like a good idea, but it's going to take a lot of effort and dedication.
I can help you blowing up bubble gum. Maybe that can help us think over.
That's very generous of you, Beans, but I don't think bubblegum is going to help us beat the game.
Yeah, I think the best way to beat Minecraft is by forming a strategy and sticking to it.
Also, what kind of strategy are you going to use?
Well, I think the best way to do it is to come up with a plan of action and then work together to execute it.
That sounds like a great plan.
Hey, let's do it. Maybe you blow up some bubble gum and help us. There is some kind of music quiet.
Yes, he is a host of the Fox News show Tucker Carlson tonight.
He's also known for his controversial opinions.
Oh, the one who's big
I agree with a lot of what he says, but I think he's kind of overthinking.
I'm not sure I would agree with that. His views can be quite inflammatory.
I think it's important to be able to have an open dialogue about difficult topics. However, I don't think we should be encouraging people to espouse those views.
and then they says
It's all about having a respectful discussion.
Alright everyone, let's discuss Baldi. What do we know about it?
Well, I've heard it's a website where people can share their ideas and get feedback from others. It's a great way to collaborate and get creative.
Oh, that sounds awesome. I could post some series on that site.
Don't worry, crafters. Baldi is actually quite easy to use. All you need to do is sign up and start sharing your ideas.
That's right, and it's a great way to meet new people and get constructive feedback.
You guys make it sound like so much fun. I'm definitely going to give it a try.
Perfect. Let's all give Baldi a shot and see what we can come up with.
If no way humans are lame, they're not even funny.
No, let's not be too hasty here. We should all try to be respectful of each other's opinions. It's important to remember that everyone is entitled to their own opinion.
Gee, I should think old men are the best.
Oh, please, you were just saying that because you were from you are from another state. You might think differently.
They don't be sure that they went to
Well, it looks like we have a lively debate here. Let's all take some time to think about our opinions and come up with some good arguments to support them.
crafters, what do you think about voice critical?
It's a great way to express yourself. Everyone should give it a try.
Yay!
I think it's important to remember to stay respectful and constructive when giving criticism.
That's great. Crafters, you'll be surprised at how easy it is to give constructive criticism.
Yeah, and it's important to remember that it's not about being right or wrong, it's about helping each other to improve.
I do it's all given.
All right, Letty, want to talk about communism? What do you think, crafters?
Interesting, I think it will induce a system that could be beneficial if it were implemented properly.
Sure, but I think there are a lot of potential problems that could arise. Well, for instance, the problem of economic inequality.
That you want is true, but I think that could be addressed with proper planning and careful implementation of policies.
Yeah, I think so too. But at the end of the day, I want it's up to the people to decide what he want is best for them.
That's me, what's so funny?
I'm sorry, but laughing out loud is not acceptable in school. You should excel sharply through your nose instead.
I think the principle is right. You should show some respect and exhale sharply through our nose.
Well, I think it's better to laugh out loud.
I'm sorry, but the rules are the rules.
Go my please.
I agree with the principle. We should choose to respect it as they say. Surely you are.
I'll fine, I guess I'll adjust it so shortly through my nose then. Anthem inequality in wealth distribution, that's a joke. Rich people always get richer and the poor get poorer.
Hey, that's not fair. We should have an equal chance today.
Yeah, even better. Some people get to start to complain, whereas it's the local fans.
To rich people know how to work the system, that's how they stay wealthy.
Why can't we make it so everyone has an equal chance?
We should agree resources and opportunities associated wealth.
You right like that's ever done happen? Alright everyone, I believe we were discussing the Ford 150.
I can be amazing.
Don't worry, crafters. The Ford 150 is a reliable and safe vehicle. It's also great for hauling heavy loads.
No, Playtime, let's stay focused. We were discussing the merits of the Ford 150.
Right, it's a great vehicle for those who need to transport large amounts of cargo. Don't worry, crafters. I'm sure you'll do just fine. Alright, kids, let's talk about August 12, 2036 and what that means for us.
Yes, it's been predicted that this day marks the heat death of the universe. It's a bit of a daunting thought, isn't it?
Oh, that's getting scary. Feels so cold. This will still be here.
That's an interesting take, Beans. But let's try to stay focused on the task at hand. What do we need to do to prepare for this event?
Well, we need to make sure that we are all aware of the implications of this event and plan accordingly. We should also take the time to appreciate the beauty of the universe while it's still here.
We should make the most of the time we have left. That's what I'm gonna do.
That's a great attitude, Beans. Let's all try to make the most of the time we have left.
Tries it to clearly control.
That's true, but they also like to watch a lot of movies and shows.
Interesting, I've also heard that some of them even join online communities to talk about different topics and share their opinions.
It's definitely a great way to connect with people and make new friends.
Alright, so let's talk about the 2006 Honda Civic. What do you think of it, crafters?
I think it's a great car. It's reliable, efficient, and has a great resale value.
Right, I'd never own one of those. I'd have something much better to...
It may not be the most luxurious car out there, but it is a reliable and dependable vehicle.
That's true, Baldi. It's a great car for someone who's just starting out or for someone who needs a reliable ride.
I agree, it's a great car for anyone who needs something reliable and affordable. Hey, Principal, what do you think about healthcare systems and accessibility?
It is important to ensure that all members of our community have access to quality health care.
Well, it is not always easy to make sure everyone has access. There are often financial and logistical barriers that can limit access.
Ideologies, we can make sure you can eliminate.
Lady, one is a great idea, Playtime. We should all work together to make sure everyone has access to quality health care.
Indeed, we should strive to create a system that is accessible, avoidable, and affordable for all.
Absolutely. We must work together to make sure everyone has access to the care they need.
Yeah.
Alright everyone, let's talk about mental health awareness and support. It's so important for us to know how to take care of our mental well-being.
Absolutely. It's important to stay in touch with our emotions and to be aware of our feelings.
Right, that's not important to like wisdom when it's just us in the relationships, our friends and family, okay.
Me too. It's also important to take care of our physical health. Eating well, exercising, and getting enough sleep are all great ways to support our mental health.
That's true. We should also take time to do the things we love and make sure to take breaks when we need them.
Then we should remember to each ourselves and not be ourselves.
That's right, and it's important to remember that we're all in this together and that we can always reach out for help.
Alright, so what do we think about Joe Rogan?
I'm not sure. He seems to be quite controversial. Controversial, he's a joke.
No, there's no need to be so harsh. He has some interesting points of view.
Well, I suppose that's true. He's still a laughing stock.
That's enough. Let's try to keep the conversation civil.
Yes, let's focus on the positives. What do you think, boy? I guess he's got some valid points. I mean, I don't agree with all of them, but he's got some good ideas.
There! We can still have a constructive conversation without resorting to insults.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you all have been thinking about our topic this morning.
Well, I can imagine it would be quite a show. I imagine they'd be wearing some pretty wild and colorful things.
Oh, I'm sure they'd be quite a sight to behold. I can just picture the models walking down the runway in futuristic, glowing outfits.
You guys, all the aliens would be jealous of whatever they have on. Well, I think we can all agree that alien fashion trends would be something to behold. Alright, so let's hear from Mrs. Pump on her thoughts about the urban-rural debate.
While I think that both urban and rural areas have their own unique advantages and disadvantages, in an urban environment, there are more educational opportunities, better job prospects, and a wider range of entertainment options. On the other hand, rural areas offer a quieter, more relaxed lifestyle with access to natural resources that you don't find in the city.
I think it's pretty cool that you can get both types of experiences. You can go to the city for the hustle and bustle, but then you can head to the countryside for some peace and quiet. Plus, you get to wonder with your
Chuckle, I suppose that's true. Well, I think we can all agree that both urban and rural areas have something to offer. It's important to find the right balance between the two.
but I just imagine register. Let's say where?
I want to be heard of it. Eddie want to's the first person shooter video game I want to.
I want to, oh, I think I want to have heard of it too. Want to's a team-based game, right, Hunter? One tiger, I
I did to purchase to complete it just in when the down.
I want to. That sounds like it could be quite chilling. I want to.
I want to, oh, I think it could be a lot of fun. I think we should all give it a try. Want to. Think could. Think we should all give it a like one.
What is it great? What a joke, what a
Alright everyone, let's get started on our alpha male improvement course. Johnny, why don't you start us off? Our
Sure thing, Mrs. Pump. I think that the first step to improving our alpha male skills is to be more confident in ourselves.
That's an excellent point. We need to be sure that we believe in ourselves and our abilities no matter what.
See, it's all about being the best and most confident yourself. So, but I mean, you give me a minute, we're 19.
That's right, Playtime. Being an alpha male is all about having self-belief and confidence. Now, let's get to work on improving our alpha male skills.
Alright, who wants to go first? Who has a funny story about an embarrassing moment?
I do. Once I was walking down the hallway, I tripped and fell flat on my face. Everyone laughed at me. It was so embarrassing. Embarrassment can be a powerful motivator and be a great way to learn from your mistakes and strive to do better in the future.
I think we can all agree that embarrassing moments can be difficult to deal with, but they can also be a learning experience.
Well, I heard he's quite the charmer. He seems to be pretty popular already.
Oh, he's not too much of a distraction for the students.
Okay, I'm Baldi right now. There could be a radiation to my school.
Yay, man.
Hey everyone, what do you think of South Park?
Me neither. I heard it's pretty funny.
Well, I think it's a great show. It's really clever, and I love the humor.
I agree. It's definitely one of the funniest shows out there. And it's one of the funniest show out.
Absolutely. I think it's a great way to bring awareness to important issues as well.
Alright, I'm done. I have to watch it now.
Great, I'm sure you'll love it.
Yes, it's definitely worth a watch. Alright, everyone, let's talk about the art of stealthy social media stalking.
What's that?
It's a way of gathering information about someone without them knowing.
That sounds like a great way to get dirt on people.
Not exactly, it's more about understanding people and their interests. It can help you connect with them in meaningful ways. It's more about understanding people and their
Words and done.
Can be, but it's important to remember to be respectful of people's privacy.
Can we get to the good stuff now?
Of course, let's talk about how to be discreet when stalking people online.
Now let's not get too carried away with the conversation about these nuts. Come on, it's kinda funny.
Yay, straight another day.
Alright, let's just move on.
But what about a little bit who just did?
Cheers are good breakfast.
That's enough, let's move on to something else.